Now, we must be honest with ourselves, and that is something we all find very difficult to do. We all have great difficulty, I think, when it comes to forgiveness. And of course, Peter this morning in the Gospel, he began off on the totally wrong foot, so to speak, when he said to Jesus, how often should I forgive my brother or sister? There's no limit to the number of times we must be willing to forgive. Now, even though we have said it many times before, forgiveness doesn't mean you forget. You can't wipe out your memory just like that. So if somebody wrongs you, does something seriously hurts you in a serious way, of course you can't forget, but you can forgive. And that's important to remember that. And not to go around bearing resentment and bitterness in your heart. That's not going to get you anywhere. And you suffer more than the person who has offended you. And you allow them to live rent-free in your mind. Now, that's absolutely ridiculous. And so many of us, we allow people to live rent-free in our minds. In other words, we're carrying them around, we're giving them a power over us that they're not entitled to. That is nonsensical. And that's why Jesus said in the Gospel this morning, we must be willing to forgive time and time and time again. And of course, it's very important when we come to pray rather than say the Lord's Prayer. Forgive us our what? Our trespasses. How? As we forgive those who trespass against us. And there is no limit to God's forgiveness, so we can't put a limit on our forgiveness. And the best way of thanking God for the many, 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 many times in our lives that He has forgiven us is by willing to forgive those who offend us. And so we pray.